birth 22 years ago, Bach was anything but an ordinary kid. Even at the age of 4, he showed signs of things to come. He fronted one of his first bands, Kid Wicked, at age 16, and went on to play with a few other bands before finding Skid Row and making it big.
So how does it feel to be back in Peterborough, your hometown, and to be a celebrity, walking by all the T-shirt shops, and there you are?
Well, I tell you, the most poignant analogy I can think of to demonstrate the level of my success, if one day I knew I would be doing an interview in the same room where they filmed Campus Quiz, I know I'm doing something right. No, it feels great, man, you know. I used to walk down the street, down George Street with long hair, and people going, "Oh, look at that guy. God, you can't play with him. You can't play with him, kid," you know. But now it's like, can I have your autograph, or would you, want to go out to dinner or something? So it feels really good.
Are you here on vacation, or what is it?
I'm here to see my brother graduate from Queen Mary, which he did tonight. Congratulations, Zach. All right. And spend some time with my parents, who I haven't seen in 18 months. So that's basically, I was going to go swimming at Inverleigh. Of course, I don't want to lose my hair, so I think I'll just go in my dad's pool. But
have you seen any of your old friends since you came back?
Yeah, a couple. They're off doing other things. But Greg Alfred is one of my buddies. I saw him. Yeah, a couple people. They're doing different things. It's hard for them to relate to what I'm doing, but people are people. And why should it be that you and I... that's another song.
You grew up here in Peterborough?
I tried to. I always said if I ever do grow up, I don't want to be around for it. So, no, I attempted to grow up in this city. Yeah.
What high school did you go to?
PCVS.
Till grade 12?
Actually, I went to Lakefield College School. You know, the short-haired guys that all look the same with the green jackets. I was one of them for a couple of years. Which is kind of a weird thing. I was like the only guy wearing gray flannel pants and a green dinner blazer with a Motorhead button on the lapel. And Mr. Mulligan, if you're watching, Mr. Mulligan, you probably remember this. He used to bring me in there, and he'd say, "Sebastian, I want to have a serious talk with you. Sit down." And I'd be like, "Oh my God, what did he find out that I did?" And I'd sit down, and he'd say, "Do you realize that you have the reputation as a rocker?" And I'd go, "Oh, right, thank you." And he'd be like, no, you don't understand, But, that's the true story. I didn't say that. I like being known that I stand up for what I believe in, and I don't conform to what most people's idea of a lifestyle is, or what my job is a lot different than what other people do. But I sleep very well at night, and I've seen the world about 3 times in the last year. Been around and toured and basically lived my dream, which is a lot more than other people can say. So I'm a very happy guy.
What are the rest of the guys in the band doing while you're on this hiatus?
Sleeping, drinking, and having fun. They're in New Jersey where they live, and so I came up to Peterborough where I used to live.
What kind of
doing
bands?
That home thing.
What kind of bands do you listen to in your spare time?
Milli Vanilli, New Kids on the Block.
That's what I thought. I knew it. I shouldn't even have asked.
Jane Siberry's a real big favorite of mine. Metallica. Oh my God, he listens to that crap. Oh no. I listen to very offensive, rude music, like Metallica, Judas Priest, Motorhead, Iron Maiden, stuff like that. You get the idea.
Because it's offensive and rude, or just...
No, just because I like it, and it's kind of a form of music that you have to fight a lot of people pointing their finger at you, saying, "Don't be like this," "Don't be like this," and it takes a lot of guts to be a metalhead, if you know what I'm saying, because a lot of people have preconceived notions and don't realize that some of us did, go to good schools and do know manners. I mean, I was invited to go to dinner with Nelson Mandela at Robert De Niro's house last week, but my brother was graduating in Peterborough, So people, that's just more important to me, I mean, I have all that stuff if I want it. I can hang out with, the president of Atlantic Records if I want, but the guy's 60 years old, he's in a suit. I'd rather hang out with the guy skateboarding down at Beavermead, because that's me,
You're still the same guy as before, that's what you're trying to tell.
For better or worse, yeah, that's true.
So, basically, you've been with Skid Row for about a year and a half?
Yeah.
Yeah. How did you find the band? And
Well, they kind of found me, actually. I was playing in some bar bands in Toronto for a couple of years, and I noticed that there was a very kind of an attitude against heavy metal in this country, that the Canadian record companies don't really sign a lot of hard rock acts, and I wasn't going to come out with Mimi on the Beach or anything like that. So I went down to America, where the top 10 bands, like Aerosmith, Motley Crue, and AC/DC, and that's the kind of music that Skid Row plays. So I just went down there, and I went to this guy's wedding, this rock photographer that I knew, and some of the guys in Skid Row were there, and I had a couple beers and went up on stage and sang a couple Led Zeppelin tunes, and they asked me to be in their band. And they didn't have a record deal, they didn't have a big management deal. All they had was songs, and they were nice guys, and I thought I'd like to be in a band with these guys, and we made it. So.
Did you have any idea then that you were going to make it as big as you did?
Well, if you asked me, I would have told you, yeah, but but deep down, you never know. You just do what you can, and you try to sing your best, and put 100% into what you do. And I actually learned that at Lakefield. If you really want a shock there, yes, it's true. But that's what they taught a lot at that school, to really put everything you got. If you want to be a doctor, if you want to be a president, if you want to be a lawyer, or if you want to be a singer in a rock band, you have to give it everything you got, and that's what I did. And now I'm here.
A lot of people might say that it's not very patriotic of you to go to the States and look for a band and look for someone to join there, like Stompin' Tom, and people becoming very patriotic. How would you answer that?
Well, I'd rather be rich and unpatriotic. Call me a goofball. But, we've sold about 4 million records in America, and I really, I don't, I love Canada, and I've talked about Canada in every interview that I've done, and, told people to go check it out because it's a great country, and